All right, welcome to the first episode of The Cage, hopefully one of many, where we're gonna go over some gear, go over tips from the field, go over little tips and tricks, SOPs for our unit here, and what comes down into different things that we do or different mission sets. So for today's first episode, we're gonna talk about the Alice pack. All right, so first of all, we'll start on the front. As you can see here, up on the front, we got the 3 large pouches. The buckles that I'm trying to order, the Snap Fast buckles that I'm replaced for these metal ones here, those are on their way in. But for the 3 large packs, we'll go inside those. And then also coming up top, up here, we got our 3 smaller packs that go in with the snap buckles. I like to keep these with the snap buckle here. And then over on the side here, I used old Alice clip style IFAK soft pouches. They clip in right here on the top with the standard Alice clips, but I keep these kind of on the front, or the sides rather, for soft goods or quick grab items such as ponchos or boonie hats or what have you like that. Nothing too heavy is going to go on the exterior. We're going to try to keep things that are heavy on the interior and closest to our spine and up high as possible. So let's keep going around. So here I've upgraded to the Tack Tailor shoulder straps. These shoulder straps attach the same way as the OEM shoulder straps do, except they have a lot more length of padding here to come down and cover the buckles. The standard factory Alice pack straps that come with the kit itself are very short. They're half the size and they're not as thick. Also, what we have here is our chest strap that comes with the upgraded Tack Tailor shoulder pads. And then something I've done here is, as you can see, I have a quick release pull. So whenever I need to kind of drop my bag pretty quick and I don't want to undo it, I can just pull on this and it comes straight off just like that, right? So we got that on there. Everything else on here is pretty standard, but I do want to point out that here on the frame, I did take it to a local custom fabrication automotive place that has TIG welding or aluminum welding, and I did have them weld the joints. So I do have all the joints welded at the structure points, including down in here, but then I really like the standard hip pad as well, or the kidney pad. It's fine for me. You can get the upgraded kidney pad or hip pad from Tack Tailor or other companies, but I really like that it just sits flat and it's good there. Inside mine right now, considering that it's December, I have a little bit of cold weather gear. So I got my skull cap, a bunch of shit on there. I have some really big 3M thin slit cold weather gloves. As you can see, one of the things that is kind of standard with some of the Alice packs is some of the inside stuff is coming out, the inside fabric. I have my balaclava right here. I already pulled it out, but I have some trash bags. And then for right now, I have a map case, a AquaQuest map case that I have in here in case we're in inclement weather and I need to put any documents or a map in there. We have that. So I'm not going to pack this stuff up right now. I'm going to throw this down here. On the outside right now, I just have a shema or like a handkerchief in here, like a face cover or a rag. I have that in there for no purpose whatsoever other than filling up some space. I would normally throw something else in there, quick grab kit, blister kit, or anything like that that I can put in a waterproof bag that would go in there. These IFAKs are pretty slick for soft good items or gloves or boonie hats or anything like that because it's lighter and it's on the outside, so it doesn't really matter too much. On this side here, quick grab items that I need to access real quick. Poncho cover for my ruck. There's plenty on the market that go by the different liters or how big your bag is, but this is a ruck cover that can go over my ruck. You want to have your kit divided in the categories of what do I need to grab immediately, or what are some quick grab items, and then what are the comfort items that I might not need to get until later, or until we're bedding down, or until we're kind of sitting for a while, that I have the luxury to take some time to get inside my ruck. So quick grab items out top, and that immediately segues into what we have here. And then right in this top pocket for quick grab, I have my boonie hat. This is a standard boonie hat that I keep on my kit. Something that doesn't have any ghillie, or doesn't have any shroud, or doesn't have any veg or anything on there, just a standard boonie. Spin around. Right here, I just have a little utility kit. This is for tent stakes, things like that, and some of the lines to run for making a shelter I have in here. That's kind of a quick grab item that I keep on the outside. And then, as I said, I have the chamois over here, right? I want to take you to one last thing over here. Is on the outside of my kit, right here, I have a small Gerber hatchet that I've had for a while. This is a little SOP thing as far as if we need to make from some fire, you can shave off here, or if you need to clear anything for a hide site or anything we're going through, I have this quick Gerber little hatchet. It's pretty sharp, that can assist in wood or firewood or anything like that if we need to get something, or if we're on an E&E plan and need to leverage that. That's right here. So I'm going to go down to my bottom pocket right here. Bottom pocket right here, I have my wet weather top. Quick grab item. It's folded up and it's Ranger rolled. The bungee tab in here. So that's in this front one. Down here on the front, I have a wet weather bag full of emergency socks, and I also have a wet weather bag with a plastic bag inside of it that has a blister kit with pre-cut moleskin, and also sticky skin in here so the moleskin can stick, and a little bit of tape and some Band-Aids. So that's a prefabricated blister kit or hotspot kit for me, in with a fresh pair of dry socks. In here, writing utensils, easily accessible, note taking. Everybody knows what these are. Wet wipes, can't leave home without them. And then inside this little sack here, I have some other items in here that are also wet weatherproofed. Just a couple pair of extra gloves that are in here, kit gloves, nothing crazy. Then right here, I have some fire starting stuff. So I have some egg carton with cotton balls and some wax, storm-proof matches, also inside of a plastic bag there. And then right here, I have a little bit of an aid bag, just with typical stuff like Benadryl, ibuprofen, bug stuff, steri strips, chapstick, tweezers, and any meds that I might need like that, hydrocortisone, things like that for anything that might come up. Over here on this third pouch, I have a Nalgene and a canteen cup. Kind of a necessity here, or a thing that we like to have. But I have spray painted and message out to Nalgene. Can we make flat color Nalgenes, please, instead of just making them so bright? I have some duct tape on here to eliminate some rattling, but I've taped off so you can see how much water and how much stuff you have in here. But canteen cup, essential for boiling water, essential for holding water, essential for just kind of packing in and getting hydration and getting stuff that you might need. So now as I go into the inside top part of my ruck, inside the radio pouch, right now I'm an RTO, so I would be carrying a radio, I would have some batteries, I would have more heavy stuff up here on the front and back. But right now, I really like a 2-liter bladder. So I have a standard issue 2-liter bladder that I got to know pretty well at SFPC and SFAS. Pretty cool. It's a soft bladder, and then I have the case with it. But I've modified and made a hose, so that actually fits perfectly in there. That I can run the hose out to the front of my ruck like that. So the way it would look is there's the hose running to the front of my ruck, but I can also flip it back in and keep the hose in there. So it's just soft, makes it malleable, makes it light, and it's a little bit smaller space than the standard Camelback, and isn't as long, so it doesn't take up as much space, and it collapses down and it stays pretty thin across the back. So right here is our E&E waist pack. It's an OEM waist pack. We have some guys that are working on development of waist pack that can be used for recce or E&E. So inside of this is what I would take if I was to go to the hide site and to be on target doing whatever we need to do. So I'll kind of break it down and break it out. Right here I have the Katadyn 1 liter Life Straw canteen. So light, it's compactable, but you can fill it up and you can drink from fresh water source or from groundwater source because this awesome little thing has a Life Straw, has everything in it. So as long as you take care of it, you have 1 liter of fill liquid, but up to 1,000 liters of fresh water can be pulled out of this little kit here. And that's pretty sweet. Right here, Vortex binoculars. And then inside this little kit here, I have shears, right? Cutting through veg, cutting off veg to gilly up makes things a lot easier than trying to saw it with that hatchet or with a knife. And then inside here is a little bit of E&E stuff, extra face paint, a folding knife, and then inside here is an SOS bag or like an E&E. So I have a warming blanket, a mirror, a whistle, a lighter, which is my secondary source, other matches, fishing line, flint starter, and a small compass in here. So this is an oh shit bag. If I am completely detached from my ruck because we left it back at the OP, then I'll be good to go here. Paracord rolled into a donut so you can just unweave it. Paracord donuts are the bomb. I'd suggest doing that. Keeps everything nice and tidy. And a sewing kit, right? So all this stuff stays inside here. And this would go with me on mission if I was going to target, or if I need to pull it out to access items, I can do that as well. Next up in here, because it is winter climate, I interchange a lot of my stuff out. I have this sleep bivy bag in here, or it's a small little bivy bag. But in here I have my Outdoor Research puffer. It's a super lightweight jacket. As you can see, it compresses down into a tiny little bag or to the size of your palm. But right now I just have it in this stuff sack. Now as we start breaking it down and what's in the ruck, as we start going down, I'm trying to keep the heavier items towards the back and the lighter items towards the outsides or towards the exterior. Right here is a wet weather bag with a waffle top for a warming layer underneath. And then I have extra spandex underwear, things like that. I have an extra skull cap in here to keep my head dry, extra socks. That stuff stays in here and that stuff stays dry, and that's kind of a luxury item. That's, you know, if we're stopped and I need to change out, things will be in this wet weather bag stacked in here. Now coming across from the left side of my ruck, or for you, the right side of my ruck, coming over to the left, I have an Eno Pro Fly rain tarp. This is pretty sweet. I'm not going to pull it out, but it's olive drab. Eno Pro Fly, it was a pretty expensive tarp, but it's really legit, and it's compact, small, and the biggest thing about that is it can provide shelter, but it's really lightweight. It's actually not bad at all. I don't know the actual ounces or pounds on this. It's less than 3 pounds. I know that it's less than 2 pounds. We're right around there, but it's really slick. So shout out to Eno. I have another dry bag in here, and this has my luxury items such as my pillow, catching some Z's if we have a longer mission set that requires I could have a little pillow in there or use a pillow for any other number of reasons. Little chamois towel, light, compact. Toiletry kit is in there. Or anything else that is more luxury. This is why it's buried farther down, is I wouldn't really go into this too often if it's just a short mission. And then as we go further down, all the way on the bottom, right now I have inside my Outdoor Research helium bivy that I've spray painted in camo. This thing is unbelievable. I do have my winter sleeping bag in here in case we are staying out and I need to bed down, or in case I need to warm up and get that body temperature up. I have that readily available. This bivy is pretty sweet. It comes with this arch support system that can go over the top that gives yourself a little bit of headroom and a little bit of breathing room. It also comes with bug net too. So you can either have it fully enclosed, bug net open, a lot of different customizable options for all the different types of weather or climate, inclement stuff you might see. So right here, I have a small kid's sleeping pad because all I need to really heat is my upper body down to like my knees or my thighs. I don't need the full Army issue one. Plus, these aftermarket ones, if you look around, they're super nice, but they're super light. The only problem, it was bright green, so I just painted it. So it was like bright green, bright neon green. And one thing I wanted to note, I'm not going to pack everything back up. We'll kind of stop the video there. Is I have this shaped like a U. So this is how it sits inside my ruck. I deflate it, suck all the air out, close the cap, and I kind of do a half horseshoe in there in my ruck. And then from there, any mission essential items that may need to go on top, where those binoculars or where that E&E kit or where that waist pack is, all those mission items can go on top. Ammo, medical, MREs, or anything like that can go stacked on top, on the most interior, pressed up against the back. So there's a lot of different methods to everything and to how you pack your ruck. Every unit has different SOPs, but this is the way I like my ruck set up. Put a lot of miles under a ruck, and I've found that the Alice pack is just one of the best rucks that's out there. It's a really good ruck. It's built well. It sits high. It holds what you need. This is what I am running with right now for our section. This is kind of the base loadout. There are variants of this, or there are different versions and people pack different stuff. So this isn't a one size fits all, but this is essentially a great way to get started into a recce kit.